Yes, we are going live now once again. Yeah.
Hello guys. Hello all. Good evening. I'm Mudassir Pasha. I'm career coach from Hedelai, Bangalore under project code Unnati. Welcome to today's webinar. Today's session is how to build English vocabulary under the project code Unnati for youth on career guidance and counseling. Brought to you by UNDP India, SAP Labs and Hedelai Foundation. Project Code Unnati is aimed at empowering youth for future career employability skills, career guidance, and 21st century skills. This program aims to provide career guidance, counseling, and 21st century skills for 12,000 youths and also provide access to mentoring, scholarship, apprenticeship, and jobs. It is partnership between UNDP India, UNV, and supported by SAP Labs India. And Hedelai is implementing the project. This project activities across 3 districts of Karnataka. One is Bangalore Rural, Dakshin Kannada, and Raichur. This is brief project code about Unnati, Code Unnati. I welcome you all Code Unnati webinar session. On today's topic, explore how to build vocabulary, English vocabulary, featuring expert in English skills building and communication. Our experts will share about what are the apps to build English vocabulary, how to explore ways to learn basic English, what kind of English communication skills are in demand. So now let me introduce our experts. Ms. Saraswati ma'am is the co-founder and chief marketing officer at Learning Matters. She has 20 plus of years of experience in design and developing in early childhood education program, teaching teachers in both USA and India, and creating digital education products and programs. Saraswati ma'am has 2 MS degree from Purdue University, USA, one in child development and family studies, and another is special education. I welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mudassir. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you for inviting me to be here.
And another expert is Mr. Shravan Shetty, sir. He's a consultant with many youth development organizations, including Hedelai Foundation and internationally accredited career coach. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Mudassir.
So are you guys comfortable now?
Yes.
So we have a rapid fire session. I'm having a few questions. Our youths want to get answer for that. So can we start our rapid fire questions?
Definitely. Yes. Ready.
Yes.
All right. So why is learning basic English is important? What is the scope of growth in my career with my English? Shravan, sir.
Okay. So since we have an audience which is of our youth from the districts, I'm going to respond to this in Kannada. Okay. So Mudassir, ಈಗ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಲಿಯೋದು ಅತ್ಯಗತ್ಯ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗಿನ ಒಂದು ಸಮಯದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಉದ್ಯೋಗವನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಗಳ ಜೊತೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಯಾರ ಜೊತೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಸಹೋದ್ಯೋಗಿಗಳು, ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಸು, ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇರೋರು, ಅವ್ರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕನ್ನಡ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೋಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ಈ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿವೆ. ಆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳಿಂದ ಹಲವಾರು ಜನರು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ ಜೊತೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ನ ಒಂದು ಕಾಮನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಶನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಥಾಟ್ಸ್ ನ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸಿದ್ರೆ, ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಕೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಟೀಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸುಲಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಒಳಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಕಂಪನಿ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, NGO ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆರ್ಗನೈಸೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಸೆಂಟ್ರಲ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಗವರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫೀಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ದೇ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ಯೋಗ, ನಮ್ದೇ ಒಂದು ಬಿಸ್ನೆಸ್ ನಾವು ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ಸ್ ಈಗ ಬರೀ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾತ್ರ ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಆದ್ರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ is a necessary language today for engaging in business and working, definitely. And if you want to do higher studies, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತೀವಿ, ನಾವು ಅದರಲ್ಲೇ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕಲಿಬೇಕಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಿಂದ ಹೊರಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ವೆರಿ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ, ಅತ್ಯಗತ್ಯ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ಜೀವನಕ್ಕೆ, ಕೆಲಸದಲ್ಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ, ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಸಹ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ತುಂಬಾ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ.
All right. Mr. Shravan sir, what kind of English skills are in demand nowadays?
So what kind of English skills do you, Mudassir, do you want Saraswati to respond to the first question, and then do you want me to take the question?
No issues. Let me give this question to Saraswati ma'am. What kind of English speaking skills are in demand now?
Okay, so first of all, I completely agree with whatever Shravan said about why English is necessary. And I think what English skills are necessary, the answer to that also comes from his answer. So he spoke about how no matter where we are, whether we are from Karnataka or Tamil Nadu or Goa or anywhere, it is not necessary that we are working only with people from our state and our region who are speaking only our mother tongue. Right, it has become a, what they call a melting pot, right? So we have people from across our country. Sometimes we work with people from across the world, right? So English becomes the common language. So I would say first and foremost, for anyone, young adults, high school students, college students, those who are looking to advance both academically, go to higher studies, as well as in their career, I think the English skills basically that you need is you need to be able to converse very well. You need to be able to speak with others, understand what they are saying, and be able to respond correctly. If you are able to do that with certain amount of fluency and proficiency, everything else will follow from that, isn't it? So basically, you need to be able to have a very basic, simple conversation, need to be able to understand what they are saying, need to be able to respond to what people are saying. I would say those are essential. Of course, reading and writing, of course, follows. But most often, people, in my experience, people are more scared about being able to converse. So they're very good at reading, very good at writing, but being able to speak with others makes them very scared or makes them very afraid. So I would say that's the basic skill that one needs to have, because that is the way that you can express yourself to others whom you work with. And that is the way that you will be able to get yourself noticed in your work as well. So I would say those are necessary. I'm not sure if Shravan has anything different that he would like to add.
It's along the same lines. Just a couple of points to add to what Saraswati has already shared. I think I want to also, connect to what Saraswati said by taking the word proficiency. Proficiency ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಆಳದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಈಗ ನಾವು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಿಂದ ಬೇರೆ ಸ್ಟೇಟಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಇಸ್, ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸೇ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಎಸ್ ಟೂರಿಸ್ಟ್, you need to know English to converse, to be able to find your way. How to go from Brigade Road ಇಂದ ರಾಮಮೂರ್ತಿ ನಗರ್ಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ನೆಲಮಂಗಲದಿಂದ ಎಲ್ಲಿಗಾದ್ರೂ ಹೋಗ್ಬೇಕು. So we might use two words which are in English, but ಮಧ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿದಾಗ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಲಭ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ವೈಸ್ when we go to a different, ಬೇರೆ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾಷೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರುವಾಗ, we need to know enough to ensure that the objective is met. ಏನ್ ಗುರಿ ಇದೆ, ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಇದೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ, ಆ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ನಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಈಗ ITI ಪಾಲಿಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಅವರು ಈಗ ರಾಯಚೂರಿಂದ ಅಥವಾ ದಕ್ಷಿಣ ಕನ್ನಡದಿಂದ ಪಾಲಿಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ ಮುಗಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. TVS ಅಂತ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಈಗ TVS ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಅವ್ರು ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡಿಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡಿಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ತಮಿಳ್ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರು ತಮಿಳ್ ಕಲ್ತಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ 26 to learn another 20-25 languages. There are more languages in India, right? So English, since we have been taught from an early age, English ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆದ್ರೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದಾಗ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಡೌಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ಅವ್ರು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಹಿಂದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಮೋರ್ ಆಫನ್ ದೆನ್ ನಾಟ್, ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲ್ ಸೆಟಪ್ ಹೋದಾಗ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಾವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ಯಾಲಿಟೀಸ್ ಕಲ್ತಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಹೇಗೆ ಮೆಕ್ಯಾನಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ಈಗ ಸುಂದರಂ ಬ್ರೇಕ್ ಲೈನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುವಾಗ ಟೆಕ್ನಿಕಲಿ ಪ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಲೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇರುವಾಗ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆದಾಗ ಅಪ್ಲಿಕೇಶನ್ ಸುಲಭ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ಈಚ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಏನ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ ಕರಿಯರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧವಾಗಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಂಬಂಧವಾಗಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತುಕತೆ, ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನ್, ಸಂಭಾಷಣೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಸುಲಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹ ಸುಲಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಬೇರೆಯವರಿಗೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕಲಿಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಹ ಸುಲಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಲೈಕ್ ವೈಸ್ PUC ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಈಗ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. ಅಗೇನ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ ಆನ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ದೇ ನೀಡ್ ಟು ನೋ ಟು ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ದ ಬ್ರಿಡ್ಜ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಟು ಟು ಮೇಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಒಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಆಫ್ ದಟ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ಅವ್ರದ್ದೇನ್ ಗುರಿ ಇದೆ, ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಇದೆ, ಆ ರೀತಿ ಅವರು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡೆವಲಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ನಂತರ ಕೆಲವರು ನಾನು US ಅಥವಾ UK ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು MBA ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಡ್ಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ವರ್ಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು 2-3 ವರ್ಷ ವರ್ಕ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೀರಿಯನ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ US ಮತ್ತೆ UK ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರದೇ ಬೇರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗತ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, IELTS ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಟೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಅಂದ್ರೆ UK ಯುರೋಪಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟ. US ಗೆ ಹೋಗೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಅವರು ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಫಾರಿನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಂತ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈಗ ITR ಪಾಲಿಟೆಕ್ನಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಾರ್ಖಾನೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಟೋಫಲ್ ಮತ್ತೆ IELTS ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋದು ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದು ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವರು ಇದ್ರೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆಗೆ ಉತ್ತರ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ಇಟ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ಅವ್ರದ್ದು ಏನ್ ಗುರಿ ಇದೆ, ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಗೋಲ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಕಾರವಾಗಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ,
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಸರ್. Saraswati ma'am, what is required to build and strengthen the English vocabulary skills?
Okay, so I will answer this from considering that people just want to learn or want to know how they can strengthen their vocabulary in very inexpensive, and not putting any lot of money into it, but how can you strengthen your vocabulary? One of the biggest and the most powerful ways is by reading. Okay, so you must read. Read anything and everything in English. It can be storybooks, which is known as fiction. It can be magazines. It can be English newspaper. It can be news websites online. Anything, but read. And when you read very mindfully, and pay attention to what you're reading. If you encounter a word, you find a word which you don't understand the meaning, immediately look up the meaning of that word. Okay, don't say, okay, I didn't understand, it's okay, and from the context I can make out what it must be. Don't do that. If you find a word which you don't understand, immediately look up the meaning. So paying very conscious attention, and also you must set aside the time, and you have to be very dedicated. So if you say, yes, I will read, and start off with reading, make sure that you're reading at least for 15 minutes every day. Slowly increase that to half an hour, slowly increase that to 45 minutes, or at least read once in every 2 days. I think reading is the biggest way by which we can improve our vocabulary. It is the next would be finding someone with whom you can practice speaking, because as I've said, most often what I see is people are able to write, they are able to read. Okay, what they are afraid of doing is speaking, because they are afraid that someone will say, oh, okay, you do not speak that well. There is nothing to be afraid of. And the only way, how did we all learn our mother tongue, whatever your mother tongue is, whether it is Kannada or Tamil or anything? How did we learn? We learned because we heard people speaking. Then as babies, we started speaking. But when we are children and we make mistakes, nobody says anything to us. They say, oh, so nice, they're speaking with mistakes anta heltivi alva. But why is it that when we make mistakes as adults, people make fun? That is not right? So don't be afraid. Find someone with whom you can practice speaking. It could be a friend, it could be a colleague, someone with whom you feel comfortable, someone with whom you feel confident. Andre nan mistake madidrunu, they will not think anything. They will be able to correct the mistake for me. Okay, so find someone with whom you can speak even for 10 minutes a day, right? if you slowly do just these two things and you maintain them, do them regularly, I guarantee you can definitely increase your vocabulary. You can also increase your confidence in speaking. The other important thing is whatever you read, whenever you learn new words, try to use them when you speak. Okay, so these are some ways which I would highly suggest as being the easiest, but also some of the powerful ways in which to improve your proficiency and your fluency.
Thanks, ma'am. So, Saraswati ma'am,
Yes.
where to start the process of learning English?
Okay. So starting the process of learning English, see that the answer will be different depending on the age of the person who is trying to learn, obviously, Alva. So if it is very young children, then there is a different process for that. I am assuming you are talking about, you're talking about young adults, like people who are in PUC.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sure. So again, how does one start the process? I'll go back to what I said earlier. One is reading. Okay, you have to read, and it doesn't matter what you read, but read something which you can understand. Don't sit in front of something and read and not understand it. Choose something which you are able to understand. As you are become comfortable reading that, move on to the next level, and so on. Starting with reading, watching, see, a lot of people will say watching movies. Okay, this is a very common tip given. Shravan is laughing. He knows what I'm going to say. See, I don't agree. I don't think you can simply learn English by watching Hollywood movies. The other thing is, one is it is very difficult to understand the accent. Two is sometimes the vocabulary in the movies is not that good. Okay, so you'll end up learning unnecessary vocabulary. So I would actually suggest, instead of movies, you can watch maybe some very good TV shows, like, TV shows, I'm not able to think immediately. They have good vocabulary. Documentaries, there are so many beautiful documentaries where the person speaking also speaks very slowly. There is not, movies will have a lot of that action and, all that noise. All that will distract you from learning. You need to concentrate on the words. ಅವರು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹೆಂಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, that is what you need to focus on. So if you watch a lot of these documentaries, one, you can increase your knowledge also. Two, you actually get to hear someone speaking very wonderful English, very good vocabulary, and the way they speak, you will be able to understand what they are saying. So I don't always agree with people who say, movies ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ English ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲ, depends on what kind of movies you watch. I would actually say reading, watching documentaries, watching TV shows may be a much better way to learn. And also most important is you need to practice. You need to practice speaking. So adike, find someone with whom you can practice. If you are able to attend a class or a course, then definitely you can do that. But at the very least, you can, there are a lot of these groups, support groups, where people come together to practice speaking English. If you're not able to find such a group, form a group of your own. I'm sure you will find 3 or 4 other friends or classmates or someone who also wants to improve their proficiency. So come together, form a group, and don't form the group and then expect that you will learn English. No, you have to form the group. You also have to put in the work. So you have to, maybe you all can all read, and then when you get into the group, you can share, okay, I read about this, and this is what I read about, So find ways in which you can speak with others and have others also correct how you are speaking. So these are some ways in which you can begin the process of learning.
Thanks, ma'am. Shravan sir. Shravan sir, you there?
Mudassir, I think he dropped off. He will be joining soon, I guess.
I think he dropped off. Yeah.
Okay, no issues. Saraswati ma'am, how to practice the language? How to learn and language?
Okay, how to learn and practice the language.
Practice the language.
Okay, so for most of these questions, my answers are going to be very similar. It is about one, increasing your vocabulary. That's there is Shravan. Okay, maybe shall we have Shravan take this question now that he's joined back? Yeah. You can ask him the question. Yeah.
Shravan sir, this question for you, and as well as for Saraswati ma'am.
Go ahead.
how to learn and practice the language.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you. So I would like to respond by saying that point number one, I completely agree with everything what Saraswati has shared. Or ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ tips definitely it's going to be useful. Second is I want to talk about example from a movie actually. So recently one Tamil movie to Vikram Vedha anta. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ಲಿ ಆ ಇಡೀ ಮೂವಿ ಏನಿದೆ it is picturized on the stories of Vikram and Vedha. So ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ there is a part every time that one character speaks to another character, the character says, can I tell you a story? ಕತೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದಾ ನಾನು ಕತೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ನಾಲೆಜ್ ಇರುವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಕತೆ ವಿಜುವಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಈಗ ನಾನು ಮುದಾಸಿರ್ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ನಾನು ಕೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಟೆಲ್ ಮಿ ಸಮಥಿಂಗ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗೆ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್. ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಮೈಟ್ ಬಿ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟು ಅ ಜಾಬ್. ಬಟ್ ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಫೋಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನೇ ನಾವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಫ್ರೀಕ್ವೆಂಟ್ಲಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಆ ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೀ ಇದೆ. ಕೀ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನೇ ಒಂದು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿ ಅದು ನಮ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ಫೋಕಸ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ, ರೈಟ್? It's always about what we know, what we don't know. How are we going to do a job? What have we done before? What have we studied? For a student, at least, ಈಗ ಒಬ್ಬ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಹೈಯರ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ಹಲವಾರು ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನೋಡೋದ್ ಬದಲು ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ ಆ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೇ ಅವ್ರು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈಗ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ ತರ ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ ಸರ್ಕಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷು ನಿಮ್ಮಷ್ಟೇ ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬಹುದು, same as you know English, or it could be that somebody else is better than you at English. In either case, ನಾವೇನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಟ್ರ್ಯಾಕ್ ಇಂದ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಸಹವಾಸ ಸಂಘ ದೋಷ, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಕಂಪನಿ ಆಫ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್. ಬಟ್ ವೆನ್ ವಿ ಗೆಟ್ ಇಟ್ ರೈಟ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ನಮ್ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಾಗ, ಸ್ಕೂಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಗುಂಪೇನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ರು ಬರೀ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಮದರ್ ಟಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡದಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವ್ ಯಾರು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಗೀಗ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವಾಗ ದಟ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್, ಇಫ್ ಐ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ಸೊ, ಇಟ್ ಮೈಟ್ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಪೊಲಿಟಿಕಲ್ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ಈವಿಲ್. ಮುಂಚೆ ವಿ ಕುಡ್ ಅಫೋರ್ಡ್ ಟು ನಾಟ್ ನೋ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್, ಕನ್ನಡ ಹಿಂದಿ ಗೊತ್ತು ಮ್ಯಾನೇಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದಿತ್ತು. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಿಂಗ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಆಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಲ್ಡ್ ಇಸ್ ಬಿಕಮ್ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್, English is a very necessary evil. We need to definitely know enough English to be able to communicate and get the job done. We don't need to know English as the Britishers know, but definitely nam English ಗೊತ್ತಿರಬೇಕು ಆ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ನ ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ, ಆ ಒಂದು ಜಾಬ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಇಂದ, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಗುಂಪಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಷ್ಟು ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿಡಿತ ಇನ್ನು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ ತರ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಈಗ ದಿಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಬಿಲೀವ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾನು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅನ್ನ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಡೂ ವೆಲ್ ಇನ್ ದ 3 years of ITI, 2 ವರ್ಷ PUC ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಎವ್ರಿ ಡೇ 10 minutes ನಾವು ಇನ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವೀಕ್ 15 minutes ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ 20 minutes ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, 25, 30, 35 minutes ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, we will be able to arrive at a point where ನಮ್ಮ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಓವರ್ ದಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಮದರ್ ಟಂಗ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಕನ್ನಡ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿ ಅಂತ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ನೀವು ಅದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಡೀ ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಶಬ್ದಗಳು ಇರುತ್ತವೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅದರ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಇರೋದು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದಿದ್ರೆ, ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ಲಿ ಆ ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ವರ್ಡ್, ಅದರ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು ಅಂತ. ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾರೋ ಸೊಫಿಸ್ಟಿಕೇಟೆಡ್ ಅಂತ ಶಬ್ದ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಅಥವಾ ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ನಾವು ಸಾಫ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ. ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಕರಕೌಶಲ್ಯತೆ ಅಂತ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಶಬ್ದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗದಿದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಏನು ಮತ್ತೆ ನಮ್ಮ ದಿನನಿತ್ಯ ಮಾತುಕತೆ ಸಂಭಾಷಣೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿದಾಗ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಭಾಷೆ ಮೇಲೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಿಡಿತ ಇನ್ನೂ ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ this is way on to do it. And I would like to give a story, which is very inspiring. ಈಗ ನಾವು 1894 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿನ ಒಬ್ರು ಕಂಪೈಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. 70,000 ಶಬ್ದಗಳು ಕನ್ನಡದ. ಆ ಕನ್ನಡ 70,000 ಶಬ್ದಗಳ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಸಹ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಅದು ಜರ್ಮನಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಜರ್ಮನ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇದನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು ಕನ್ನಡಿಗದವರಲ್ಲ, ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅವರಲ್ಲ. ಫಾದರ್ ಕಿಟ್ಟಲ್ ಅಂತ, ಫರ್ಡಿನೆಂಟ್ ಕಿಟ್ಟಲ್ ಅಂತ ಜರ್ಮನಿಯಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಈ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಅವರು ಮರ್ಕರ, ಮಂಗಳೂರು, ಹುಬ್ಳಿ, ಧಾರವಾಡ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆಯಲ್ಲಿದ್ದು ಸುಮಾರು ವರ್ಷಗಳು ಇದ್ದು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡದ ಭಾಷೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಬಂದು ಕನ್ನಡ ಭಾಷೆಯನ್ನು ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಂಡು ಫೋಕ್ ಲಿಟ್ರೇಚರು, ಮ್ಯೂಸಿಕ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರು ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಅಧ್ಯಯನ ಮಾಡಿ ಕನ್ನಡವನ್ನು ಕಲಿತು ಅವರು ಈ ಶಬ್ದಕೋಶವನ್ನು ನಿರ್ಮಿಸಿದ್ರು. ದಟ್ ಟು ಇನ್ ದಿ ಇಯರ್ 1894. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಬಂದು ಕನ್ನಡನ ಯಾರು ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಕಲ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಒಂದು ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿ ನಾವು ತಕೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾನ್ಫಿಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಕಿಟ್ಟಲ್ ಅವರು ನೂರಾರು ವರ್ಷ ಮುಂಚೆ ಮಾಡಿದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಈಗ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಗೇನ್ ಕಷ್ಟ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗ ಟೆಕ್ನಾಲಜಿ ಸಹ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಈ ಕನ್ನಡ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೇಗೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇಂಥ ವೆಬಿನಾರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ನೋಡುವಾಗ ಅದರದ್ದು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗು ಕನ್ನಡ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ಬೇಕು. ಇವರು ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾರನೆ, ಬರೀ ನಾವು ಮೂವಿ ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಸಾಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮೂವಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದು ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಬೇರೆನೇ ಹಾಕ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಸ್ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಅಥವಾ ಅಶ್ಲೀಲವಾದ ಶಬ್ದಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಗಾಲಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಹಿಂದಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಅಂತ ಶಬ್ದಗಳು ಸಹ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಬರೀ ಮೂವೀಸ್ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಮಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ರೀಸ್, ಬೇರೆ ಟಿವಿ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನೀವ್ ಯಾವ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ರಿ ಆ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಡಿಯೋಸ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಯಾವ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಸಕ್ತಿ ಇದೆ ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ನೀವು ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ವೇಸ್. ಇದು ಹಲವಾರು ದಾರಿಗಳು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಭಾಷೆಯನ್ನ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಂಥನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು.
ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಶ್ರವಣ್ ಸರ್. ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್, can you hear me? Ma'am, can you hear me?
I think she dropped off Mudassir. She will be joining in sometime. Yes, 1 second.
Okay.
Okay, she is here now.
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
sorry, we
yes.
lost power here and then I reconnected, but then I was in attendee status, so I was not able to turn on my audio or my video, so I had to ask someone to do that. Yes, Mudassir, I'm back. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, ma'am. So there's the same question for you: how to learn and practice the language?
Okay, so I think I missed a lot of what Shravan said. I came towards the very end, and I think going by what I heard towards the end, I completely agree with all that he said. I think more than anything else, more than the desire to learn the language is there, definitely, but you cannot just learn it just by wishing for it, alva. So okay, nange idu beku anta sumne aase idre sakagalla. You have to do more than that. You have to take a step towards it. Ivaga people who say, okay, I want to lose weight. Okay, but what are you doing to lose weight? Or what are you doing to, go to the gym and build a body? Oh, nange aase ide, but what are you doing towards that? So it's the same thing for anything, including learning any language, including learning English. So the biggest thing I see is people have the desire, the wish. They want to learn English. They want to improve the English. But you have to take the very dedicated steps towards that. Effort madlebeku, right? So all the tips that Shravan has talked about, unless you make time for that. So college andre okay, timetable ide, we follow that. So right, we have all that. Similarly, you must do this. You must dedicate some time every day for this, whether it is time for reading or time for practicing how to speak, having conversations, whatever it is. And as he suggested, watching, these, then there are so many, as he said, online ali eshtondi devaga in the field of your choice. So that's a very good point, by the way, Shravan. Completely agree with you. So you can watch in your subject of interest. Avaga, you will also be attracted to sit and listen, and you will also be, you will not get bored, right? So whatever you're going to do, make a timetable. Just how when we were all in high school, how did we study for exams? We used to make a schedule, alva. Okay, today I will study this subject. Nale 2 hours maths I will do. Nadidu I will do something else. So we would make a timetable. Do the same thing. Say, okay, Mondays I will just read. I will read. Okay, Tuesdays I can get together with someone and speak. Wednesday again I will read. Thursday I will watch something. If you make a timetable and put the effort and put the commitment, andre nanu miss madlebaradu, I have to do this according to my timetable. Andre if you do that, definitely within a month, 2 months, 3 months, you will see the difference. But just by wishing, oh no, I really want to speak English so well, and andre okay, very good, but if you have to run, if you have to win a race, or even if you win, forget, if you have to complete the race, what is the first step you have to take? You have to start running. No, if you don't start running, then you will not complete the race. I'm not talking about winning the race, I'm talking about just completing the race, alva. So you have to take the step, whatever helps you to do that. If you and sometimes it is, we need a lot of motivation. So especially when we are children, okay, makkalagidre, it's very easy to learn new things. Yakandre nam brains also are like that, right? Children can learn just about anything, and especially languages. But as we grow older, certain things become more tougher, more difficult. But if you, for that motivation, maybe you partner with someone, okay, 2 friends, 3 friends who also have that same motivation like you. If you come together as a group, possibly motivation ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಓ ಅವರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಓಕೆ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ಅಕೌಂಟಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. If 2 people say, okay, ನಾವು ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, if one person doesn't come, the other person will say, why didn't you come? You come, don't miss the class, come ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ. Same thing with learning English. You find a partner, 2, 3, how many ever, 4. Together, you motivate each other to do the daily tasks.
Thanks. Thanks. So, Sean sir, what are the certified courses to learn English vocabulary?
So what I would say, Mudassir, is that when we say certified courses to learn English, it depends on what is the intention and what is the kind of certification you're looking for. Yeah. So if we are looking at Raichur, Dakshina Kannada, Bangalore, there's several English training institutes in the area. So the first question I would ask is that ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ಎಂಪ್ಲಾಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಸ್ಕಿಲ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ದಿದೆ ನಿಮ್ದು. So if you're going to learn about, let's say, how to operate machinery for agri-business, the Indian government, which is the National Skill Development Council, the State Employability Skills Councils, have certifications which is there for different employability skills courses. So there are a lot of people who offer English speaking courses where they will say it is certified by NSDC, certified by employability agencies, right? So likewise, when we look at English speaking, which is for the sake of the language, very language anta now mataduvanga, there are a lot of English training institutes which have been there for some time. Andre one institute is Vita anta heltivi, VETA, Vita anta ide, Vivekananda English Teaching Academy. There are a lot of such training institutes. So for basic English, I think what is important ಏನು ಅತ್ಯಗತ್ಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ಯಾರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅದರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಪ್ರೊಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿನ ಸೀಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರಿ, ಅದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಲರ್ನ್ ಇಟ್ ಬೈ ಯೋರ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್, ಆಸ್ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಟಿಪ್ಸ್. ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಕಲಿಬಹುದು. ನಾನು ಮುಂಚೆ ಹೇಳಿದ ತರ, ಆಸ್ ಐ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಡ್ ಅರ್ಲಿಯರ್, if you are going for higher studies outside the country, then the kind of certification English courses you're looking at is like TOEFL certified, TOEFL area dalli, IELTS area dalli. So it depends on what is the intention of the certification that you are seeking. ನೀವು ಯಾವ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ, ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ learning matters, right? That's your platform. So our platform is also competent, but they would have created the syllabus keeping in mind certain professions for certain reasons. So now ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಯಾವ ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ಆ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮನ ಅವರು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸರ್ಟಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್. Does it match with my goals in life, my career goals, my aspirations? So if it is the same, similar, you should definitely go for it, because at the end of it, English, if you know how to speak it, nobody is going to ask you to show a certificate from where it is. If your English is not that good, then the certification also gets questioned. People will not think highly of that certificate. So it is very important that we understand why are we seeking this certified course. Correct. And look at it. So if it is employability skills related, definitely ITI Polytechnic students, there are NSDC certified programs. There will be English language courses as a part of it. Similarly for degree programs where, you know, after you do the program, ನಿಮಗೆ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಒಂದು ಜಾಬ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೆಡೆಲ್ ಡೈ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬುಧಾ ಸರ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಹಾಗೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮೇಕ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಕೇಪಬಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ. ಆ ಇಂಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಏನು, ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಜಾಬ್ಸ್ ಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಅದು ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಯೂಸ್ಫುಲ್. ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಅ ಹೈಯರ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಜಾಬ್ we have to look at what else you need to do to build your English speaking skills. I have not answered in specifics. I have just given indication. Yakandre nama audience ಏನಇದೆ PUC students ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, Polytechnic ITI students ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. So it is wide and varied. So ಎಲ್ರಿಗೆ one set to ಈ ಮೂರು certification course ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗುರಿ ಏನು, ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನು, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರಿಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಡಿಸೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ನೀವು ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಗೆಟ್ ಇನ್ ಟಚ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಸ್, ಕೀಪ್ ಇನ್ ಟಚ್ ವಿತ್ ಅಸ್. ಯು ನೋ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ UNDP ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್. ಒಂದ್ ವರ್ಷ ನಿಮ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕರಿಯರ್ ಕೋಚಸ್ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ನಡೆಸ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಗುರಿ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಟೆಲ್ ಯು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ಸರ್ಟಿಫೈಡ್ ಕೋರ್ಸಸ್ ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. ರೈಟ್ ನೌ ಯು ಆರ್ ಬ್ರಾಡ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್.
So Saraswati ma'am, the same.
No, I completely agree with Shravan. I think there are many certificate courses. So for example, what is that, British Council and Cambridge, idella ide. But what do you want to do? Why do you want to learn English? And what do you want to do after learning English? Or rather, let me put it this way. Why are you learning English? Okay, that is the question you have to answer, exactly as Shravan said. So why do I want to learn English? What will I use that English for? What situationally adanna use ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, ಅದನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು then find if you need some kind of professional coaching, right? Professional certification or professional course. Then look for one which is providing that kind of a context for you. Otherwise, what you learn will not be useful. Okay, so I have gone to, I don't know where, Cambridge or wherever, and I've done the course. But is it useful to you? It will be questionable. It depends on where you're going to use it, Alva. So in fact, in Shravan, you mentioned, so yes, Learning Matters, we ourselves have this communicative English program. And as you very correctly pointed out, what we have done is we've made it such that it talks about daily life. So daily situations, right? So a young adult is likely to go where? You are likely to go to the shopping, you're likely to go to the bank, although most of us have moved to online banking, but how do you, what is that kind of phraseology? So where are you likely to go in your day-to-day life? And therefore, our situations only, what kind of phrases, what kind of conversation do you want to make? That is what our program focuses on, right? So that will be most useful for someone who is looking to pick up general proficiency. Nan ell hodrunu I should be able to talk to anyone. Aa tara idre this will be correct for you. So I completely agree with Shravan's answer to that.
Thank you, ma'am. So, Saraswati ma'am, what are the apps available to learn English?
Okay, so I think there are many, and I'm quite sure Shravan probably knows them better than I do. But I think someone mentioned Duolingo earlier. So there is Duolingo, there are so many others, I'm kind of just blanking out on them, but I know there are quite a few. Duolingo happens to be one of the ones, very recently it seems to be very popular. There's a lot of people using that platform. There are also, so we have one called Tara. It's not an app, but it's, you can reach out to me if you are interested in knowing. Shravan, what are the others that are out there?
So like you, what I would say is that there are lots of apps today which are,
yes.
so there are apps which is for people who don't know any of the Indian languages, who want to learn English. So for example, Duolingo, it might have Spanish people who are from a Spanish language to learn English.
Correct.
Or from English to learn Spanish. So likewise in India also, you will find a lot of apps which have been built. Iga Karnatakadalli ಕೆಲವು apps ಕ್ರಿಯೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರಿಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಲೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅದು ನಾವು ಯೂಟ್ಯೂಬ್ ಅಥವಾ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ, ಗೂಗಲ್ ಪ್ಲೇ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಮ್ಗೆ ರ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ, ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಯಾವ್ದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸೂಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆಪ್ ಈಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಅ ಟೂಲ್. ಫೈನಲಿ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಕಮ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ ತರಾನೇ ನಾನ್ ಸಹ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು ಕಲೀಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಡಿಸೈರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಹಂಗರ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಲಿತೀವಿ, 100% ಕಲಿತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಬೇಗ ಕಲಿತೀವಿ, ಅದು ನಿಪುಣರಾಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಪುಣರಾಗಿ ಅವಕಾಶಗಳನ್ನ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಗ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಆ ಒಂದು ಉದ್ದೇಶದಿಂದ ನಾವು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾರೋ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಆಪ್ ಅನ್ನು ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಆ ಆಪ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಮ್ಗೆ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಇದರಿಂದ ನಾನು ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂತ, ಅವಾಗ ನಾವು ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಆಪ್ಸ್ ಹಲವಾರಿದೆ. ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವು ಯಾವ್ದನ್ನ ರೆಕಮೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಪೇಡ್ ಆಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಕಮೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಇದು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಫ್ರೀ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಯಾವ್ದೇ ಆಪ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇದು ನಮ್ದು ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಪ್ಲಾಟ್ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ಲಿ ರೆಕಮೆಂಡ್ ಎನಿ ಪೇಡ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪೇಡ್ ಆಪ್ಸ್.
Yeah, I think as you said, searching just for the spoken English and phrases like that, if you search on the App Store, you'll see so many free ones.
And in Kannada English Kannada dictionary tarane you will get apps where Kannada ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಲಿಯಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂತ ಫುಲ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದು ಡೌನ್ಲೋಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದರದ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ನ ನಾವು ಕರಿಯರ್ ಕೋಚಸ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳು ಮತ್ತೆ NSS ನೋಡಲ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ ಈ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಯಾರು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದೀರಿ ಈಗ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಕರಿಯರ್ ಕೋಚಸ್ ಹತ್ರ ನೀವು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದು ಲೆವೆಲ್ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಗತ್ಯ ಇದೆ ಆ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟಿ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಪ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸಜೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ರೂಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಕರಿಯರ್ ಕೋಚಿಗೆ ನೀವು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೈಮ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು, 5-6 ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಪಲ್ಸ್ ಏನಂತ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವರು ರೆಕಮೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಸುಲಭ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವ ಆಪ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ಸ್ ನ ಅವರು ಈ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ಏನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ರೆಕಮೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. So let me speak about myths busting and guidance information. And finally, what is one myth you would like to break out about learning English? Saraswati ma'am.
Okay, I think the biggest myth that I want to break is that it is not possible to learn English or that it is difficult to learn English. No, not at all. It is possible. But like I said earlier, sorry, na tiriga, same point I'm bringing up again and again, but that is the most important point. That's why I keep bringing it up. Asidre sakagala, you have to make the effort, okay? And if you make the effort and you make the right effort, khandita you will see a dramatic improvement. You will see the change, but effort madlebeku. And it is not necessary, as Shravan just said, it is not necessary to be paid ones. Paid courses, whatever those things are, paid apps. No, it is not necessary. You can do all this on your own independently. But the thing is, you have to put in the effort. So how do we do? How did we all learn Kannada or whatever it is as children? Because that was the language we kept hearing around us. People spoke to us, mother and father and whoever else in the family. They spoke to us, so we heard the words. Then we started saying the words ourselves. So we started speaking. So first we listened, then we spoke. Correct. After that, slowly we started reading and then we started writing. So orderly, we human beings, we learn language, right? So it is the same thing. English, it's the same thing. First of all, you need to hear English. If you don't hear English being spoken at all, how then will you learn the words? That is the very basic thing. So The myth is that it is difficult or it is not possible. No, at any age you can learn English. The point is to put in the right effort. First put in the effort. Second, put in the right kind of effort. So you need to make sure that you are able to listen to English, good English being spoken. Second thing is then you have to speak yourself, right? So that is, you start speaking, you start practicing how to speak, and then moving on to the other things. So this is what I would say is the biggest myth.
Shravan sir, would you like
Yes,
to add
Mudassir.
something on the in this myth?
So Mudassir, my response would be is that ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ನಾವು ನಮ್ಮ ಯುವಕರು, young people, what they say is that either you are born to do something or you're not born to do something. So ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಹಣೆ ಬರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವು ಅದೇ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, ನನ್ನ ಹಣೆ ಬರದಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಲಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನ್ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗ, ಅಚ್ಚ ಕನ್ನಡಿಗ, ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ತಮಿಳ್ ಕಲಿಬಹುದು, ತೆಲುಗು ಕಲಿಬಹುದು, ಆದ್ರೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ನನ್ಗೆ, ಕನ್ನಡಿಗನಾಗಿ ನಂಗೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಲಿಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಬ್ರಿಟಿಷರು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರು, ನಾನು ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಲಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಕೆಲವೊಮ್ಮೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಹೇಳೋದಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಭಾಷೆನ ನಾವು, ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಅವ್ರು ಮುಂಚೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೀವು ಇಂಟರ್ವ್ಯೂ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ಆ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯೋಚಿಸ್ಬೇಕು, ಆಲೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇನ್ ದಟ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಸೊ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಮಿತ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ you can either speak English or not speak English is a myth. You have to start thinking in English, and when you start thinking in English, you will understand English better, and you will be able to speak better, even if it is few words. Thoughtfully ಮಾತಾಡಬಹುದು without creating any misunderstanding. Example ಆಗಿ, ಈಗ ನಾನ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಅಥವಾ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ತುಮಾರಾ ನಾಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾ ಹೈ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾ? ನಾವು ಯಾರ ಹತ್ರ ಆದ್ರೂ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದೇ ವಿಲ್ ಸೇ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಯುವರ್ ನೇಮ್, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಷನ್. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ರಿಯಾಲಿಟಿ ನಾವು ನೋಡಿದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ಕನ್ನಡಿಗರಾಗಿ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಕೇಳಿದಾಗ, ನಾವು ಲಿಟ್ರಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಅದೇ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, ತುಮಾರಾ ನಾಮ್ ಕ್ಯಾ ಹೈ ಬಿಕಮ್ಸ್ ಯೋರ್ ನೇಮ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್. ಸೊ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್, ವಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್, ಬಟ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ವಿ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್? ಈಗ ಮನೇಲಿ ನಾವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಆಟೋಮೆಟಿಕ್ ಆಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಸೀಕ್ವೆನ್ಸ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ಮನೇಲಿ ಕನ್ನಡ ಮಾತಾಡೋದು, ಹಿಂದಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಉರ್ದು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ತೆಲುಗು, ತಮಿಳ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಮದರ್ ಟಂಗ್ ಇದೆ ಅದೇ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಸ್ವಿಚ್ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ರೀಸನ್ ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ನಾವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದಾಗ when somebody laughs we get demotivated. ತಮಾಷೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, they are making fun of us, we don't speak English, and we think that we have done a very, very bad job and we can't learn the language. So it is important to start thinking in English, speaking in English. So ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೊಫಿಷಿಯನ್ಸಿ ಏನಿದೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಒಳ್ಳೇದಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಮ್ಗೆ ಒಂದು ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಭಾಷೆದು ಅದರದ್ದೇ ಒಂದು ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಇದೆ. ಈಗ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಲ್ಲಿ ಸುಮಾರು ಜನರು ಬೇರೆ ಊರಿಂದ ಬಂದವರಿಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು. ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಕಲಿಸ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಹೇಗೆ, ಅದರದ್ದು ವ್ಯಾಕರಣ ಹೇಗೆ, ಅದರದ್ದು ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ಹೇಗೆ, ಕನ್ನಡ ಹೇಗ್ ಬರೆಯೋದು, ಕನ್ನಡ ಹೇಗ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾವ ಶಬ್ದಗಳಿವೆ. ಕೆಲವರಿಗೆ ಆಶ್ಚರ್ಯಚಕಿತರಾಗ್ತಾರೆ, ಮಲಯಾಳಂ, ತಮಿಳು ಮತ್ತೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಶಬ್ದಗಳು ಸಿಮಿಲರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಸಿಮಿಲರ್, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲಾಜಿಕ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಈ ಭಾಷೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅದೇ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರಾಮರ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಸ್ಪೀಕಿಂಗ್ ಗ್ರಾಮರ್. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾನ್ವರ್ಸೇಷನಲ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕೊಲೋಕಿಯಲ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದಾಗಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಮಿತ್ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಐದರ್ ನೋ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಆರ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ನೋ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕವರಿ, ಹೌ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ಲಿ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಡಿಸ್ಕವರ್ ಇಟ್, ಹೌ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ಲಿ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್. ನನ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋ ಮಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಹಲವಾರು ಯುವಕರು ಯುವತಿಯರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರೋರು ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಬೇರೆ ಭಾಷೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಆ ಒಬ್ಬ ಹುಡುಗ ಅಥವಾ ಹುಡುಗಿ ಆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಹುಡುಗಿನ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರ ಭಾಷೆನ ತುಂಬಾ ಆಸಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ಕಲಿತಾರೆ. ವಿತ್ ಅ ಲಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಲರ್ನ್ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಇಂಪ್ರೆಸ್ ದಿ ಅದರ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್, ರೈಟ್? ಬಟ್ ದ ಮೊಮೆಂಟ್ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಲೂಸಸ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ಇನ್ ಯು, you lose interest in the language. So it is important that you realize you are learning English ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಕಲಿತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ನಿಮ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಟೀಚರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಲ್ಲ, UNDP ಕರಿಯರ್ ಕೋಚಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಮೇಡಮಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ, ಮುದಾಸಿರ್ ಸರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಗೋಸ್ಕರ, ನಮ್ಮ ಉದ್ಯೋಗಕ್ಕೆ, ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ಯೂಚರಿಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ನಿರ್ಣಯ ತಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, ಆ ಡಿಸಿಷನ್ ತಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ, everything else will fall in place. You can pick up English very quickly. Now ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, once you figure out the why of what you want to do, you will figure out how to get there. So it is important. ನಾವು ಯಾಕೆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕಲಿತೀವಿ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸ್ಫೂರ್ತಿಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, we will break all the myths and we will be the brand ambassador of speaking in English and picking up English even though our mother tongue is different. That is the myth.
Thanks.
And I am breaking. Okay.
Thanks for making us understand of this. May, ma'am, Saraswati ma'am,
Yes.
our language are so rich. Why do we have to learn English?
Mudassir, please repeat it, the first part.
Our regional languages are so rich. Why do we have to learn English?
Okay, so I think this was covered in the very first part. I think both Shravan and I spoke a little bit about this. That is because our working world has become like that now. We are, as a society and as a country, we are no longer how we used to be, 50, 60, 70 years ago, right? Earlier, it was more what we call agrarian society. Everyone was doing agriculture. So people stayed within their same region, same district, same state. Maximum, they would move within the state somewhere else. But all that changed many years back, right? It's a totally different work culture now. People are getting jobs in many other parts of India. People are also getting opportunities to go out of India. So when that happens, there has to be some common language with which you can communicate with the others, right? So that, fortunately or unfortunately, that is English, right? So that is worldwide, that is how it is, right? So, so we have no option, but if you want to move forward, you have to learn to become at least get basic fluency in English. Regional languages are rich, absolutely. No one is contesting that. But English also has to be learned if your career is going to be in that, is going to demand English, right? If you decide, illa nanu, I want to choose totally different, where I will always be within my state and I never need to interact with anyone in English. If I can continue speaking in Kannada or Hindi or whatever it is, it's enough for me. Okay, that's wonderful. But that's not the case. So no matter what we do now, we do encounter people who do not speak our language, right? Do not speak whatever is your fluent language. They do not speak that. So how will you communicate then with them? So that is the role played by English now. So we have to ensure that we have some basic amount of proficiency in the language.
We have some questions from our students. It is a language left by the Britishers and has overpowered our regional languages. Shravan sir.
So ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, it is actually the same question which has been asked by you to Saraswati as well, but I will answer it slightly differently. So the way I would like to answer it is that by saying that if we go back in time, when the British came to India and first began to conquer India and the rest of the world, if let's say 50-60 years before the British did it, ಅವ್ರು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತನ್ನ ಅವರು ಕಾಂಕರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಮುಂಚೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಆನ್ಸೆಸ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶನ ಕಾಂಕರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, the rest of the world would have been speaking in Kannada, Tamil and Hindi and other languages. So either we can say that our ancestors were lazy and we are, bearing the consequences of that. That is one way of looking at it very humorously. But in reality, what has happened is that since the English went around the world, the Britishers, not the English, the Britishers went around the world. They established first for trade purposes. Trade igoskara. Illinda spices takondu hogbittu, basic cotton takondu hogbittu, garments ಮಾಡೋದು. It became the commercial language. So the British have left us with the English language, but as a communication tool with the rest of the world, right? So this is the tool which people use. So now, even now, if we become really good at what we do and we are very, very good, we will find that other countries will come and learn the language to have a conversation with us. Even today, if you look at the country of Germany, Germany is technologically advanced. Everything which enters Germany as a country gets translated into the German language. But even there, people are learning English because the ones who learn English are at an advantage who don't learn English, right? So as Saraswati rightly said, I would like to respond. ನಮ್ಮ ಯುವಕರು ಯುವತಿಯರಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕಂತ ಬಯಸ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಅವರು ನೀವು ಹೇಳೋದು ನಿಜ, ನಾವು patriotic ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು, but a better way to do that is to learn English, get really good at it, be successful, and then tell the world, when you converse with us, speak to us in the local language, because now we are the people who are leading the world. Until then, we have to go with the flow and do what it takes to survive and to do business, to do our work on a daily basis. It's a necessary evil. English is a necessary evil. That is what I would like to say.
So one more question from our student, ma'am. Can you suggest a book learning basic in English?
Okay, a book to learn
English.
basic English, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Are they talking about like those learn how to speak English in 30 days? Atara book helta idara?
Like basic English first, vocabulary, everything.
Okay. I think there are many. To be very frank, I am not aware, but I'm sure if there are hundreds of apps, there must be hundreds of books also for learning basic English. I think any book, and I don't even think you necessarily need such a book, but sure, having such book will also help. I think if they can just look up online or any book. I don't really have any specific recommendation. Shravan, do you know any?
So there are a lot of books which will say learn English in 30 days.
Correct.
With Kannada. The books are available. ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು book shop ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ವಿಚಾರಣೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. You will find such books.
Learn English through Kannada and all those.
English through Kannada, learn English through Malayalam, learn English through
Hindi,
Tamil, whatever mother tongue. I would also like to say that these are really basic books. Considering what English you have learned in your colleges, in second language English, theory, those books will be at a level lower than that. Nimge ಎಷ್ಟು English ಗೊತ್ತಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆ ಪುಸ್ತಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. So I would actually recommend that you look at where do you want to go. ನೀವು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಯಾಕೆ ಕಲಿಬೇಕಂತ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಏನು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ವೃತ್ತಿ ಕರಿಯರ್ ಉದ್ದೇಶ ಏನು, ಗೋಲ್ ಏನು, ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು ಯಾವುದು ನೀವು ಪಿಕಪ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ. ಡೆಫಿನೆಟ್ಲಿ ಪಿಕಪ್ ದ ಬುಕ್ಸ್. ತಗೊಳ್ಬೇಡಿ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ರೆಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸಿ, ಬಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಯು ಟು ಟ್ರಾವೆಲ್. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಅಕಸ್ಮಾತ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಬೇರೆ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ನೀವು ಟೂರಿಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುವಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ಉಪಯೋಗಿಸೋದ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಫ್ರೇಸಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಊಟ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, how do I go from here to there. So those kind of basic phrases is what you will find learn English in 30 days, because in 30 days that's the kind of English you can learn. You can't learn more than that. You have to look at the other areas of English which you will need to pick up proficiency in based on the course that you are doing. ಈಗ ನೀವು ಡಿಪ್ಲೊಮಾ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೊಫೆಷನ್ ಗೆ ಸೂಟ್ ಆಗೋ ತರ ಆ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಅನ್ನ ಅವರು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೇಮ್ ವಿತ್ PUC, same with your degree course. It is related, but definitely practice is more important than just the theory of the book. You have to practice marketing, you will get better. That is what both Saraswati and I have been saying right through. It is what you already know of English. How well can you build on it to have conversational and written communication skills?
Sometimes we tend to straightway translate English from our mother tongue language, and so we end up making silly grammar errors. What do you have to say on that?
So the answer is in the question itself. The answer is in the question itself. It's a statement. That's my point of view. I leave it to Saraswati to answer, but that's what came to my mind immediately. The person asking the question has defined the reality.
So we can't, I think Shravan spoke about this earlier. Every language has its own rules, right? Rules and the way it is structured. So when you take any sentence and you say it in Hindi, and then when you try to translate it into Kannada and then into Tamil and then into English, you will see that you cannot translate word for word exactly as the hange translate agalla, right? it will undergo some change. Shravan had given an example earlier. What is your name? I think that is what you had said, right?
Correct.
So what is your name? In English, we say, what is your name? But in Hindi, it becomes tumhara naam kya hai? But if you, ninna hesru yeno, okay. But ninna hesru yeno, if you translate exactly into English, what will it become? Your name what? Right? But the reality is you don't speak language like that, right? You cannot do a direct word for word translation. So in order to be able to translate, first is you have to understand the basic rules of how to put the words together and form sentences in every language, right? Only then will you be able to speak and write, right? So and that fluency comes when you have opportunity to practice speaking it and practice, and first of all learning the basic rules. That is important.
I want to respond to the same question to a part of it. So I think the question you prashna kedidaga, the person has said silly mistake. Is that right? The word was used, silly mistake. Right?
Yes.
So I want to respond to that and say now wherever we are learning something, mistakes is what is a step for us to get better at it. So it's like riding a cycle. So when you're riding a cycle, if you fall, lose balance, and you're struggling with it, somebody else might do it faster than you. Our capabilities are both. They might be doing it faster. But if you each time you say you're making a silly mistake, you will never be able to ride the cycle. Because the most important thing about life or learning anything is we make mistakes. But now what I'm saying is something which Yelru heltare, it's tried and tested. But it is important for us to not look at it and label it as silly anta navu helbaaru. It's a mistake, learn from it, try and make new mistakes, right? You do your best. It's okay if the same mistakes repeat, but we have to be conscious to bere or nam friends who English matadvaga, how do you pronounce it? Now, nobody wants to make a silly mistake on the YouTube video, but I tell you what I used to say. For a long time, I used to say unique. And I used to say it. I used to like the sound unique. And I used to say for a long time title anta nanu heltade title. Even as a grown up, nanu college alli iruvaga nanu wrist anta heltade, wrist watch. Wrist watch nange adu W silent anta nange ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಹ ಅದು ನನಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಕ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನನಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾಡ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಫಿಯರ್. ನಾನು BBM ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ಇರುವ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಫಿಯರ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾರು ಏನೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸಹ ನಾನು ಹಲವಾರು ಟೈಮ್ ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗಿದ್ದೆ. ಆದ್ರಿಂದಾಗಿ ನಾನು ಏನೇ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಐ ಡಿಸೈಡೆಡ್ ದಟ್ ಐ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ಡಿಮೋಟಿವೇಟ್ ಮೈ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮೈ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್. Next time I will look at correcting the pronunciation anta. So silly mistakes, if we focus too much on the word silly, we will never make a mistake. So it's important to be okay with making the mistake. So that's what I would like to say.
Absolutely correct. Yes.
So one more question it struck out in me, like if I'm talking in English on the stage, but stage fear is there. So grammatical mistakes will be there. So what do I need to do on that time?
You
Saraswati
want?
ma'am.
No, Shravan, go ahead.
No. No, I was just asking because it's for both of us. So please go ahead.
Okay. So, Mudassir, can you please repeat that? You said you are already on stage or planning to go to?
No, I'm on the stage and have a stage fear, but grammatical mistakes are there from my end. So how do I come up with that?
Okay, so there are two different things here. Stage fear can be one. That's a whole different thing to deal with. Making mistakes is a different thing. So you shouldn't confuse the two. You can have stage fear because of your English. That is also a possibility. But generally, stage fear, people who also speak very well will also have stage fear. So just bringing out that these are all very different things. Andre is someone who is very, very fluent in English, but does not like to be up on the stage and presenting. Okay, you can have many people like that, right? So they will have stage fear. But if you are someone who knows that you have to go and present something, or you have to be up on stage talking to an audience, and you already know that, okay, that is something that makes you worried or makes you anxious. Well, the correct thing to do is to start practicing for it much in advance. Okay, so you know when is the day that you have to practice. When you have to present, start practicing for it weeks in advance. Okay, what are you going to say? How are you going to say it? Write it, get someone to check it, someone who is very good with English, get them to check and give suggestions. Practice speaking in front of 2-3 different people, get their opinion. You can do all these things in advance. But if your question is, suddenly I've been called to speak something on stage and I make a mistake,
Yes.
then what do I do? Okay,
Yeah.
that is a very different thing. If you are suddenly called and you have no option, andre nimge illa nan matadalla anta heloke option illa, you have to go and speak. And if you make a mistake, then I think if you don't know you've made a mistake, great, then you just continue speaking and you finish it off. But if you know you have made a mistake, you can always just say, okay, I'm sorry, I made a mistake, and then just continue with it. I will go back to something Shravan said earlier, how we feel about our own confidence in something. Unfortunately, it is usually the outside world that determines that. Okay, so don't let that affect you. If you really want to develop your skills and your abilities, of course you will have to make a mistake. And it's exactly as he said, riding a cycle. How did we learn to ride a cycle? The first time you rode, we started riding, did we get up on the cycle and immediately cycled away? No, we went this way, that way, we fell, idella aitalva, then we learned how to ride the cycle. It's the same thing. You will fall a few times. In this case, falling means making mistakes. Absolutely, it's all in how you react after making the mistake. If you react very confidently and say, oh, sorry, I made a mistake, but moving on, anta heli, if you go on, nobody will say anything. If I believe I am best, then who are you to tell me I am not? Alva, that is it. So it all depends on how you react, how you are behaving in that situation. If you are very confident, nobody can say anything to you. That is my take on it. Shravan?
So my take would be a question to you, Mudassir, that let us say it is you, okay, and I'm putting you on the spot. Don't feel nervous. It's a conversation. There is no perfect answer to the question. So my question is, let us imagine ನೀವಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೀಗ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ, ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗುವಾಗ ಒಂದು ಗ್ರಾಮ್ಯಾಟಿಕಲ್ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ನೀವು, ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. If you could go back and fix that situation, time travel ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನೀವು ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅದನ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆದ್ರೆ, would you prefer to have completed 5 minutes of speaking where ನಿಮ್ಮ ಆಡಿಯನ್ಸ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಏನ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಪಡಿಸ್ಬೇಕಂತ ಇತ್ತು ಅದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಇರೋದು, ಓಕೆ. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ you do not make any grammatical mistakes. What do you prefer, the audience and you feeling that you gave it your best, or do you want it to be a perfect speech? Nimge yavdu important?
Perfect speech.
So that brings us to a psychological aspect. Nammalli kellavarige we have this fear that of being imperfect. Psychologically, it is also said, it's called heterophobia. Okay, it's called the fear of, you don't want people to see you as imperfect. So adrindaga enagutte, you're always putting so much of pressure on yourself. ನೀವು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಸರಿ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನುಗುಣವಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಎಫರ್ಟ್ ಹಾಕಿ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ವಿಚ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ ತರ ನೀವು ಆ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ನ ನೀವು ಒಂದು 150 ಸಲ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನೀವು ಡಿಕ್ಷನರಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕು, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ, ಈಗ ಆಡಿಯೋ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಗೂಗಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಗೋ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಿ ಹೌ ಇಸ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸ್ಡ್. Which means that ನೀವು ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ you have to check every aspect of it, right? And it has to be perfect. But ನೀವು ಆ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ನ ನೀವು ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡುವಾಗ ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೆಡೆಲ್ ಡೈ ಇಂದ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನೂ ಇಬ್ರು ಚೀಫ್ ಗೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಗೆ, ಅವ್ರ ಹೆಸರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಕೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವ್ರು ಇಲ್ಲ. So because of your fear of being imperfect, you will say, I cannot do the speech. Because you don't want to commit a mistake, right? I'm talking, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ extreme ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ, but what I'm trying to say is, if you are already perfect and you are, for example, ಈಗ ನೀವು countryದು ಇದು world is the fastest runner, Usain Bolt, okay? You are the second fastest runner in the world. It is great for you to aspire to be the fastest person. But if you are not even in the top 100, top 1000, top 10 lakh people of being the fastest person in the world, you are taking unnecessary pressure when you have stage fear to be perfect. And because of that fear, you will never be able to get on to make a speech. And ನಾನೇ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಪಷ್ಟವಾದ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, 8th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ಇಂದ 12th ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡರ್ಡ್ ತನಕ ನಾನು ಪ್ರತಿ ಸಲ ಒಂದು ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ನಾನು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಫುಲ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ, ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಆನ್ ಅ ಶೀಟ್. I have bioted the speech. I am talking. I miss a word. ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಶಬ್ದ ತಪ್ಪಿ ಹೋಯ್ತು. I freeze. I stop. I have done it. I am telling you. Second, I'll give you an example. I write down the speech. I look at it. I go on stage. ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನು good morning everybody. I am going to talk about global warming. Nobody's understood anything in the audience what I'm speaking, because I have focused on only reading it, not looking at the audience. So ನಾನು ಆ ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ, I have made a lot of silly mistakes until one day when I first year BBM ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು, ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು 2 ತಿಂಗಳು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೆ. ನಾನು ಜೋಕ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ವಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಲೇಡೀಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಜೆಂಟಲ್ಮೆನ್, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ವಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಷ್ಟೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರಿನ್ಸಿಪಲ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ದೇವರಾಜ್ ಒಳಗ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ರು ಆಡಿಟೋರಿಯಂ. ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನಾನು ಏನ್ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದು ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ನಾನು ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಐ ಸೆಡ್ ಗುಡ್ ಮಾರ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಗ್ಲೋಬಲ್ ವಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್. My principal walked in, I said thank you, everybody laughed because my speech was completed. I said thank you. And everybody laughed at me. I still remember, it was first year BBM. And I decided ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕಾಂಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಆದ್ರೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಹೆಸರು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಡ್ರಾ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, ಸ್ಟೇಜ್ ಫಿಯರ್ ಇತ್ತು. ಸೊ ಅವಾಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಬ್ರು ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ನಮ್ದು 2-3 ಸೀನಿಯರ್ ಅವರು ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನನ್ನ ಹತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, ನೀನ್ ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ನೀನ್ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡದಿದ್ರೆ, ಮಿಸ್ಟೇಕ್ ಮಾಡದಿದ್ರೆ ನೀನ್ ಯಾವತ್ತು ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಯ್ತು, ನಾನು 1 ನಿಮಿಷದ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ. ಮೈ ಗೋಲ್ ವಾಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟು ವಿನ್, ಮೈ ಗೋಲ್ ವಾಸ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಅ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೀಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ 3 ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್. 3 ವಿಷಯದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ, 5 ನಿಮಿಷ ಟೈಮ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಸಹ 1 ನಿಮಿಷದಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ನ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಓವರ್. ಬಟ್ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಓಕೆ, ನನಗೆ ಒಂದು ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ಫುಲ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್, ಮಿಡಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್, ಕ್ಲೋಸರ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. 1 minute became 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. ಈಗ ನಾನು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಿ Shravan, we are out of time, you have to stop talking. So that's the way it works. That's what I believe. That's what I would like to respond. For fear of making mistakes, it's okay to be a little gentle about yourself. Nobody else will. Whether being tough or gentle, you have to start first with yourself.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks, Shravan sir. One person platform place that young people on our call today can easily access to more about learning English, vocabulary, related information opportunity. What is your recommendation on this, Saraswati ma'am?
Okay, one person or platform. Okay, that I actually will not be able to recommend that, because again, we've covered this few times today. Why do you want to learn English? What is your current level of English? All these things make a difference, alva. So if I say, okay, I want to learn, I want to learn Kannada. Okay, but do you know any Kannada, or do you know zero Kannada, or do you know, are you able to converse with people in Kannada? So Kannada is not my mother tongue. Personally, my mother tongue is Tamil. I learned Kannada. So for many years, my husband is Kannadiga. So for many years, I only heard Kannada. So nange vocabulary ittu. I knew what all the words were, but I did not know how to put the words together and form sentences. Okay. But when any people would speak, I would understand 100%. Okay. But matadake aglila. But when I came and started living in Bangalore and had to start speaking every day, that is what made the difference for me. The minute I had to speak to maid, to cook, to auto driver, cab driver, all those things, then being able to put the words together, form the grammar, a sentence henge adum now form madbeku, henge adana end madbeku. This is the things I learned, right? Now, if I say I want to go learn any language, but I don't know how to read or write Kannada. Okay. So if I say I want to learn Kannada, the first question is, why do I want to learn Kannada? Where am I going to use that Kannada? Okay. Nan yak kalibeku. Okay. First is that. Second is, how much Kannada do I already know? Okay. Am I able to speak? If I'm able to speak, how fluently, right? So these are all questions that have to be answered, and that will determine what kind of help you get in learning English, what kind of course you take, or things like that. So I don't think it's a straightforward answer. Shravan has spoken about it also extensively. I think it depends on all these factors. First, you have to answer all these things. Then you have to find the right one. And I think the easiest way to do that is by searching in the App Store. Okay, read the description of the app. Okay, they will give a description there. This app is meant for people who, there will be something there, right? So it's meant for people. Some of them will say it's meant for people who already know basic English. Some will say it's meant for those who don't know any English at all. So go read those, choose the one that is right for you. Okay. Choose the one that is right for why you want to learn English, and then proceed from there. That is what I would say.
Sure, thank you. Thank you so much. And I also thank the students who joined today's webinar, and will keep you posted about next session. And I would like to thank Ms. Saraswati ma'am and Mr. Shravan Shetty sir for giving valuable opinions and knowledge on how to build English vocabulary. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Shravan sir.
Thank you, Mudassir, for doing a wonderful role of moderating this session.
Yes.
Thanks.
Thank you for your patience despite a little bit of technology glitch because of the rains in Bangalore as well.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Mudassir. You did a wonderful job. And
thanks,
thank you to everyone from Head Held High, Durang, and all the others who made this happen. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, of course, for inviting me to be here. Thank you.
And thank you, Saraswati, for you being here on the panel. I think it made it very easy, very free flowing. I think the panel was able to make a lot of sense for the audience, especially considering your background of being involved in the education, teaching, the 360-degree perspective of helping the youth, the young people understand the importance of English, and also how they can use it. And I think you're communicating in Kannada with at different points of time. I think over the period of the entire webinar, you landed up speaking quite a bit of Kannada, overall. And I would recommend that to people who are trying to pick up English the same way, to draw that inspiration from you, definitely.
Yeah. You have to you have to practice. Okay. When I first started speaking in Kannada here, it's as Shravan said, the same experiences. There would be many times when my maid would be laughing at me. Okay. Laughing. Andre, she would find it hilarious. Akka, yen helta idira akka, she would say, okay. Because I would say, Kumari, and then I would get into dumb charades because I wouldn't know, nange word gotu, but how to put it into sentence. Kumari, idu madbeku. And then I would do like this. She would say, Akka, ujbeka. Ujbeku. Okay. Kumari, idu madbeku. Okay. Oh, Akka, batte alsbeka. Haudu, alsbeku. So it doesn't matter if you, but I never felt embarrassed, or I never thought that, no, how can I ask her? No. First of all, be very open. Okay. Learn from any opportunity that you get. Okay. Second of all, do not let anyone else make you feel, how should I say it, embarrassed or ashamed or anything. After all, it is just another language. That is all. Just that whether you know that language or not does not determine who you are. It does not determine your abilities, does not determine anything. It's just another skill, right? Some people, I want to go learn tabla, I want to learn guitar, I want to learn something else. This is like that, I want to learn something else. So don't think that if you are not as good in it as someone else, it doesn't mean that you don't know anything. Absolutely not. And don't listen to anyone who says that also. Don't let them determine how you should feel, right? It should be the other way around. If you are very confident, then nobody else will have the guts to say anything to you. That is what I believe.
Absolutely. In fact, that reminds me of my story with Hindi. I'm not very good at speaking in Hindi, and I still remember silly mistakes, right, Mudassir? This is something I know you know Hindi quite well. So people had come to a house, and I said, "Aap ruko, main niche aata hu." Watchman ko I had to say utana hai. So I said watchman ko uda dalna hai. So ಎಪಿಸೋಡ್ ಬದಲು ಉಡಾಯಿಸ್ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹಿಂದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ. And multiple times my friends, my wife, everybody makes fun of me in terms of utana and uda dalna hai. So if I can move from uda dalna hai to completely speak in Hindi and run sessions in Hindi,
Yes.
I think everybody can do a much better job
Yes.
of picking up English.
Absolutely, absolutely, exactly. And English is there everywhere now. So it is just up to you to find the right opportunity, and don't look at it as, oh my God, if I don't do it, it's gone. No, nothing like that, right? It's everything is you start small and you keep making effort and you get better and better. So you have to look at it that way. Then anything is possible. Yes.
Thanks, man.
So it's possible. That's what we will close this session with. It's
Yes.
possible.
Very
Thanks.
much possible. Yes.
Thanks,
Thank you.
man. Thanks.
Thank you.
Shravan sir.
Thank you. Thank you
Thanks.
so much. Thank you all of you.
Thanks, Mudassir. Thanks,
Bye, Shravan. I'll
Thanks,
connect with you
everybody.
some other time. Yes.